This is interesting. This is interesting. The nine-headed creature has got to go. February 7th, 2026. This is their deadline that they must leave the terrain. That this nine-headed crap is over with. The hubris about it, Haitians didn't come up with the idea. This is not even Haitian. This is just to show you how much the meddling is real on the Haitian terrain. This is foreigners, This is the meddling. This is what they're talking about. That a nine-headed creature can be put into a country unelected, illegitimate. Not one person in the country voted for them. They have no under what criteria, no one knows. There is no criteria for them to even been there. And they were burning through so much of the country money. Each one of these cats, they were getting tons of money every month. Okay, they had $65,000 food bill. Not only did they have 65,000 food bill, it was unheard of. They actually these cats that's not elected, not constitution. Nowhere in the Constitution does it say we can have a nine-headed creature. Nowhere. I trip or dare anybody to find a place where it says that in the Constitution. And keep in mind, the Constitution been amended about like what? Conservatives, some people say 22 times, some people say 23 times. It's been amended that many damn times, and not one of these constitutions where you see that it says we can have a nine-headed creature. You won't find that at all, to be honest with you. So the next question is, mind you, you won't find that. Two, they did do this kind of crap. I remember, if memory served me correct, I think when Baby Duck left, because they had something quite like this. I think it was either, I'm trying to remember because we had a lady that was Eartha, um, and then also they tried something similar like this when Aristide left. I know they tried something similar like this, and in previous to that, the International they tried something similar like this when Baby Duck had left. Something similar like this they had tried, and it failed all the time, and it failed again. For some reason, it's for them. It's kind of hubris, because these are compromised individuals. They don't work for Haitian because Haitians didn't put them there. They didn't go through the normal process. They didn't go through no no election. They're not constitutional. No one in the country voted these people in. No one in the country had a word to say about this. So all of this was 100% illegal in every sense of the word. What I loved about the whole thing, and I found out more and more, is that I was told that everything they sign is illegitimate. Nothing that these cats sign is legal. And I like, oh, really? Like you see right now, you see all these drones dropping. That's illegal. These people are not constitutional. So there's lawsuits for that. Okay. And then once I was told that, I was like, oh, okay. Those contracts they signed, the country cannot be on the hook for it. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. No, they're not legitimate. They're not constitutional. How did they get their power? Under what criteria were they rule in that country? Who? They're not constitutional. There's nowhere in that constitution say you can have a nine-headed creature. Nowhere it says that. And another thing, where did they get the money they were spending? I mean, if it's not on the books, then everything they were doing was L 100% illegal. So, from what I was told, there's lawsuits. There's some serious lawsuit violation of a lot of rules, especially the part where the civilians are being killed under the disguise of security because they screaming security. And all these cats did was create a lot of disaster. So I'm expecting once they leave, once they shut this nine-headed creature stuff down, I'm expecting for people to go in these areas that they claim that they were bringing security to. And I'm expecting to people to see some horrific scene. And I'm expecting all bets off for anything coming from external on that terrain. That is what I'm expecting. Um, we know that they're trying to do a fake election because they really need amnesty. And what they're trying to do, they're trying to see if they can get this carte blanche. They're not going to get the carte blanche because I'm not under what criteria they're there. No criteria. Um, what was tickling me was that these cats were running around the planet, jumping in and out of plane and stuff like that. They were so shameless. They had no shame to them. Them cats was on microphone. They had one of them cats go up there and embarrass himself. I'm like, man, this is like what this man took a whole water pitcher and they had him chug the water pitcher in front of the whole damn planet. I said, now that's some powerful stuff. They had him make himself look like he retarded. I didn't feel sorry for him at all. I don't feel sorry for you, cat. You too old for you not know better now. You know better now. Now I don't know if they have you under some kind of high end sorcery, but at this age you should know better. I don't give a damn how hungry you is. You need to have character. This is what happened. You don't have character now. They got you up in the United Nations chugging a whole goddamn chug of water in front of the planet. Got you looking crazy. I said that's not us. We ain't put them in. That's I didn't even understand why they were out there disrespecting him. Like y'all put him there. I was always confused. I like why they're like you guys need to get it together. You guys need to have an election. You guys blah 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 blah. I like, but wait a minute, y'all put him there. So what is this about? I didn't get why they would be raiding him for what. Y'all put him in the office. Why would y'all be? I'm like, I was confused. Like at the United Nations, you had them. Bah, 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 bah. It was just like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm like, you guys put him there. Why you berating them? Unless that's part of humiliation for them to sit there and let you haze them and let you berate them. I don't give two F because nobody hates you both of them. Nobody don't know who these cats' family is. Nobody know who their wife, their kids, their mama, their daddy, their family. Nobody know where these people live. Nobody know what these people eat. Nobody know what these people sound like. Nobody give a damn. You know. Just that when the 7th of February come, please take y'all little creatures with y'all. Take that little nine-headed creature with y'all on y'all way out. Because this, I, I like shit. Like I told my friends, they did it before. I remembered it was. I'm trying to remember. Maybe I'm getting the timeline confused with Baby Duck or Eric Steed. It was one of them because it was a big event. They did have a console, but they didn't sell it like where they had them walking around like Nine Dwarf in sleep. They didn't have like this. This is extreme. They literally had these cats running around here, like literally humiliating them. Got the whole planet laughing at them and stuff like that. But this is what happened when you make a deal with the devil. You would do exactly what they tell you. So I don't feel sorry for them at all. This is a good cautionary tale, you know, because it's like they under something where they can't speak, they can't do anything. If not anything, they acting more like clones. And then not only are they acting more like clones, they're acting like they're not there. It's crazy. And there's nothing you can do for them, because they call that on themselves when they wanted to be people without principle. When they it's really tragic when they let money be the main reason for breathing air on this planet. See, they did this to them via money. This is how they were able to get these nine-headed people, get these nine people to line up like nine dwarfs. There's so many connotation to this. They had them as a nine-headed snake. You can call them nine-headed snake. You can call them nine-headed dwarf. You can call them. It's just so many things you can actually call them. You could just really call them everything. It's really 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 just um. There's not much you can really do with them. And the reason is that when I think about like what it is that they're doing here, it's not much you can really say here because they pretty much call this on themselves. That's why I personally I don't feel sorry for them. I don't plan to feel sorry for them. And no one can make me feel sorry for them. And the reason no one's going to be able to make me feel sorry for them, because this is what happened when people actually do this to their own self. Okay. So for me, they did it to themselves. No one did this to themselves. So that is why I don't I don't particularly feel too bad for them. You know, and I don't plan to feel too bad for them. And I think because I understand these are things that people do to themselves that they have no business doing to themselves. And when you realize people harm themselves in these ways that they should not hurt themselves, and this is just a great lesson on actually keeping it, like not being morally bankrupt. They were chasing them. They were chasing the bag. They were chasing the bag. They didn't care about their people. They didn't care about their history. They didn't care about anything. And then allegedly, a lot of these cats are so-called doctors. That's what makes it such very insulting. It's like these cats are supposed to be top of the food line. If you have a PhD and you're a doctor, you think you'd be a lot more smarter, that you wouldn't be caught up in this. So the question is, how much of this is sorcery that they doing on them? Because this is all over the planet. This is not only place this is going on. Like people don't quite understand what they're looking at. They're looking at people that's not controlling themselves. Like like clearly the vehicle is there. When you look at them, they don't smile. They don't have any personality. There's no interaction with them and the people. It's like they're just like empty shells. There's no connection with the place. There's disconnection. Um, there's always some kind of like it's like even they understand what they do and they violate because they always looking over their shoulder. You know, it's like they always walk in fear. They never move in confident. They never look confident, and above all, they keep them the hell away from the people. The thing is, when you are illegitimate, you're illegal. You're not elected. So basically, what we had a full fake charade situation going on. And I like, damn, they got a whole fake government situation going on over there. That's not the government. It's not elected. It doesn't meet any prerequisite to be leadership over there. So they put a full fake government as a placeholder for them to figure out who they can work with on the terrain. And they're not getting any. Nobody's biting. That's what the problem is. So they put the fake government to look for real leadership, but no one is biting. No one of credibility is going near them. No one that love their country is going near the international cats because they don't care what these international cats talking about, man. Because you got to keep in mind they just saw this episode. They just saw blatant disrespect, humiliation. They just saw blatant hazing. They saw this on all spectrum, and especially today we have access to internet. They can see them yelling and screaming, disrespecting, like just showing them like they fucking subhumans. Let's keep it 1,000, showing them that they subhumans and stuff. Who want to work with people that's gonna come at you like that? Nobody. And so they're not getting any takers, people. And so that's why they're like, well, we have one coming from America because the terrain is not friendly. They can't get anything in the terrain to cooperate with them. That's really where they need to get the leadership is from the terrain. They need to find people on the terrain that love the country. But there, no one that love the country is going to go near the international. They're not going near them cats. So in the long term, I just think that at the end, they'll probably put together a fake government or something like that. I don't know what they'll do. But the fake government, it would never get any legitimacy because it'd be clear. And then the fact that they're screaming election, like you remember, they would. This is a full presidency that was stolen because Jovenel has been dead for almost 5 years, so full presidency was stolen here, and then the international ain't got nothing to show for it. So this is why they're screaming election. I said when they screaming election, that means that whatever it is they came to do, they were not successful, and they got to get the f off the terrain, and that's why they're looking for. I would say they're looking for an employee. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for an employee that they can label a prime minister. But Haiti's not a colony. That's something they're gonna have to adjust. Never was a colony. Just because you want to run it like that doesn't make it a colony. It's a sovereign country. And I think the only saving grace with this, and I always say this, a lot of people, they have a lot to say about Jovenel. And Jovenel was not perfect by a long shot. But Jovenel did do something very powerful before he left. Jovenel removed all of the core of this place. So right now, that place is 100% sovereign ground. A lot of people don't know that. It's not a colony. It don't have to comply with any kind of leadership. External power have no right to put any kind of leadership in there. There's no accord with the place. That's illegal what they're doing. They are in 100% illegal ground. Just like external powers are not supposed to be dropping drones over there. They're dropping drones over there. They're not supposed to be doing that over there. That's illegal right now. They are randomly slaughtering the people of the land. They're not supposed to be doing that and calling it security. When the dust is settled, it's all said and done. A lot of people are going to go to jail. A lot of people going to jail. A lot of people. So this stuff ain't over by a long shot. It's not over by a long shot. Because the real government already have a mandate before they even got in there. And that is, we want justice here. We want the ones that's out here killing our people. Talk about security. We want them to be out. We want the engineer, the architect, where it originated. We want all that. We don't. We, no. We no. No. We're not talking about foot soldiers. We want to higher than that, and we want some international heads. Okay. So they already have a mandate for them. Get the ones that was bringing the pain here. Get them. We're gonna lawyer up, and we snatching them up all over the planet. So they already have a mandate. So this is why I'm like, when this get done, this ain't over by a long shot. Believe me, this ain't over by a long shot. Because let me tell you something. When Haitians stand on principle, they stand on principle. And I tell people, when we stand on principle, you would think it's hate. It's not hate, baby. It's not revenge, man. It's not even rage. It's just you. I mean, you about to get a crash course on what standing on principle look like. That is one thing we don't play around. When we stand on principle, we stand. And this right here, oh no, nah. Oh no, nah. I'd be like, damn, they got 9 head on a damn snake. Ain't this something? Shoot, how do you agree to this, man? Good grief, when I saw it, you know, damn, you don't even talk to your damn people. You straight, this is treasonous at best. You don't talk to the people of the land. You don't work for the land. You working for outsiders, man. You just stand there because the only prerequisite you had to the foreigners because you had Haitian blood. You doing their bidding. I mean, if we were to follow what the father of our nation, the first Haitian, said, none of these cats should be breathing for 1 minute on the terrain, to be honest with you. So I think the Haitians been really good about this. It's time for them to get their little funky tail out there and take their masters with them. Anyway, please like and subscribe. Bye.